Right, I've parked up at Beacon Country Park at Upholland at the minute. We're not too far from Ashurst Beacon, but there's all sorts of walks through the woods down to heading north here through, and there's an old abandoned farmhouse which has been reclaimed by nature, so we'll go for a walk to find that. And then a little bit further down there's what's known as Delph Quarry, which there's absolutely nothing online to read about unless you know where to look, but there's the history of the place. There's very little about the history of the place. It's an old sandstone quarry, again probably dating back to 1800s or something, but there's very little to read about it. But there also is these caves, and these caves are absolutely huge. They rival things like the Peak District, but they go underneath these hills. It's the same set of hills as Billinge, in between St Helens and Wigan, but these caves are absolutely massive. They're all man-made for quarrying out sandstone, but they are, words cannot describe how huge they are. I've got a GoPro, I've got some LED light torches, so I don't know what they're going to look like, but the entrance to them is very hidden, but I know where it is. Right, we're walking through the woods now to this abandoned farmhouse, and I may as well do mobile phone zombie of the week now. I think number 3 comes in at the 2 blokes who got on the train at separate stations, both of them staring into their mobile phones and stood sort of facing each other, stood so close to each other, invading each other's personal space. It was just like ridiculous. It was just like something out of a good Lord knows what, you know. I'm not that way inclined, but you know, come on guys, you know, get a room, you know, Jesus. I think the second one, mobile phone zombie number 2, I was getting off the train, walking to my car, and on the other side of the road, cycling along the pavement even, fella coming cycling along, yeah, look at all that, cycling along, staring into his mobile phone on a bike, on a pedal cycle. You know, if he was on the same side of the road as me, on the pavement, I would have knocked the bloody idiot off. Seriously. And at number 1, mobile phone zombie of the week. Last weekend, I went for a walk round up at Malham Cove, Malham Tarn, and the gorge. What's it called? The gorge. I can't think what it's called. But there's beautiful scenery everywhere. Lovely scenery. You know, it's better than this. You know, there's valleys, cliffs, all sorts, beautiful, stunning scenery. And I get to the top of Malham Cove, which is this 300-foot high cliff. Beautiful, stunning scenery all around. And there's 2 lads there, just eyes down in their mobile phone like that, probably messaging each other. I don't think much of this view. Yeah, I don't know. All I can see is this little mobile phone screen. Well, put your phones down and live your life at first hand in the great outdoors, idiots. Like this, I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. This little woodland here, you've got these bluebells here. Look at that, it's beautiful, you know. Right, the path that I'm on is too far down. I'm too far down for the abandoned farmhouse, so I might as well just go straight to the caves and do the farmhouse later on. Well, this is the quarry here. Yeah, just look at this. Now this is the old quarry. There's nothing online about the history of this place. That was the old entrance to the quarry down there. The other side of that, there's an incline where they used to lift all the stones out. That is not the entrance to the caves, by the way. The caves are somewhere else. I'm not going to show you where the way in is, because there's underground cliffs and people could fall down and all sorts. The entrance is very hidden. But I'll show you the incline that's on the other side of that, which is just round here. As I say, that is not the entrance to the caves. Just round the corner at the trees, that is the other side of that incline. Again, that is not the entrance to the caves. That doesn't go anywhere. But we'll just pop in the quarry and have a look at the other side of that. Now this is the old quarry here. I've absolutely no idea how old this dates back to, but I'm guessing 1700s, 1800s, pretty similar to Crank Caverns. Now this is the other side of that incline. What's this? There's something written on a bit of paper there. What's that? Curious. Revision. Religion. I mean, why? Right, so we're inside the entrance now. It's gated off, but there's a way in here. Right, if you go down here, just follow this path here, get some torches on, get some light. Right, let's rock and roll. Get ready. But there is some really big caverns down here. It's an old sandstone mine, like I say, but just a case of watch your footing, know your limits and watch your footing. I don't know what this, Jesus. I don't know what this, here we are, if you'll that next to the camera like that. I don't know what this video is going to turn out like, because GoPros aren't very good in the dark. But once we're away from this rubble, there's, look at that fossil seabed. See that? Fossil ripples on a seabed. I've got one of them at home. About 300 million years old, look at that. Now it was raining yesterday, so there might be a bit of flood water down here, but again, keep your eye out, know your limits, watch where you're putting your feet. Here we are, some footprints, so people come down here all the time. There we are. Level 1 here. I don't know what the camera can pick up. I'll go right down to the bottom. I'll point out the levels as we go through, just to get a sense of the scale of this place. I don't know if this will show up on the video, but I'm going to turn the camera on the ceiling just so you can see how big it is. I've no idea if that's showing up on the video, but that is, it's like something in the Peak District. Huge pillar there. Another pillar there in the distance, huge pillar there going up to the ceiling, pillars, Jenga blocks, this huge pillar here, look at this, how big's that? Right, I'm just going to go back over to the tops to that other cavern down there, just to show you where it is. It's round to one of the other levels a little bit higher up, and you can climb round. Right, well I may as well just show you one of the other side levels here. I've lost count which one it is, but here we are. I think this might actually be the way here. Yeah, there's a bit of a footpathy type thing here. Right, if you follow this round, this takes us up to that extra cavern. If you follow this round, just watch your footing as you go. But all this. I don't think we're below Ashurst Beacon, but it's that area. Like I say, this is a wrong turn in, that's getting very rocky. Don't want to go down there, go back. Right, back to the main path again. Now, go to one of the other levels on the same side. Oh no, we're not back to the path, see? Just keep following these. There's that. Make a mental note of where that is. This is back to the main path, and that rockfall there, that's come out there. Right, it should be alright going up here. Both cameras, with both lights and one camera. Through here. Right, that. Right, I think this might be it. Go the easy way. There we go, see that? See, I'll turn the lights off. See that daylight up there, that's the way out. That is the way out, see it? Some lights on. Right, just go down one of these other levels here. The torch is a big Larry, it's phenomenally strong. Right, let's try this one. Look at that, Jenga blocks. These are helping support the ceiling. The miner's quarried out, look at that drill marks where they've either drilled or dynamited it out. Look at that. They probably stuck a stick of dynamite in there. But I've no idea when this place opened, I've no idea when it stopped being active as a quarry or a mine. That's a dead end. Back round this way. So way down there, careful of drops like that. I mean, that's quite a big drop and you do not want to fall down there. Right, go around this one here. Well, this place is just huge. I really hope this video does the size of the place, does the scale of this place justice. It probably doesn't, so just hoping it does. Look at that. Right, round this way. Very rocky. Oh, this might be a dead end again. Wood down there. Yeah, this is another dead end. There's a huge cavern and a dead end. Now, you see the stones at the start where they've built it up, right? Stop here, there's a bit of a drop down there. Again, quite a big drop, you wouldn't want to go off the edge of that. Back to the main path. This other gallery's down here. I actually think I might have missed it. I think the way into that extra cavern might have been up that steep, slippery slope. And the first rule that they teach you in any sort of adventurous lifestyle is know your limits. You know, it's not recommended to go down here on your own, but I've been down here so many times, I do know this place like the back of my hand. Well, I should know this place like the back of my hand. There's always something that you might not know about. Look at that, another drop down there. Yeah, I think I've missed that, but it has been raining. It was raining all day yesterday, so there's going to be a lot of water seeping through the stones. So I'm not going to go climbing on anything that is remotely slippery. I'm sticking to the paths. That's the way up there. Right, okay, I'm going to stop here, go back to the galleries on the opposite side of the main roadway here now. I've missed that one over to the other cavern. It is only one cavern, so no, we've done that before. It is only one cavern, so once you've seen one cavern, you've seen them all. But we'll just do the rest down here, then make the way out and make the way out to that abandoned farmhouse. That's concrete, that's, yeah, I don't know, look at that. Wood or like railway, something with wood holding it up. Right, but this is, I've talked about crank caverns in one of my other videos, but this crank caverns is mostly blocked up, but you can still get in them. So crank caverns back in the day must have been something as big as this, because there is all sorts of myths and legends about crank caverns. I've been down them, and crank caverns is a good little explore, but it's nothing on the scale of this. I mean, this is absolutely huge. It's one single roadway with huge caverns either side of it, so as long as you don't disappear down any tiny little tunnels that lead off anywhere, you're not going to get lost. Another bucket or something there, look at that. When it was mined, look at that. Right, this looks the end. Looks like the end. There's an edge there. Keep away from it. There's an edge there. Keep away from it. Another pillar. Different levels there. That's not. I could probably jump down there, but I don't want to. I'll go around back to the main path. This other large gallery on the opposite side, which is exploring before. Right, we'll go down this one. And it's a solid ground. Again, it might be a dead end, but the mined sandstone out of here. Look at this. Look at this wall here. Look at that. Look at the way that's built up. Now there's some history here. Here we are. Ah, this is it. This goes round. This is the large tunnel, the large gallery. It says they're number 6. I don't know how they number it. I was numbering 1 on one side of the roadway, 2 on the other side. I don't know if that is the official way they do it or not, or if level 1 and 2, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, I don't know. But again, you can see the drills and the dynamite marks where they dynamited it out. Blasted that out, look at that. Right there. I don't want to go down there, don't want to go down there. There is... this is the... I mean, people talk about Crank Caverns and an underground lake. It's probably just a little flooded bit of the tunnel that this is. I mean, this is what some people might call an underground lake. It's not, it's just a flooded bit of the mine. But if I put my light down there and lash a stone in it, you might be able to see. I'll tell you what, I'll put it down, I'll put it here. There we go, leave that there. Get a stone and lash it in. You might be able to hear it more than you see it. So that is deep. There we go, look at that. That's a flooded section, I don't think it goes anywhere. It's just nice to see the water is beautifully clear, look at that. Beautifully clear. Right, back the way it came. Still that tunnel, the level which branched off from the main roadway. Here we go down there to the flooded bit. There's another way down here. Let's go down this way. There's a bit of a path here. I think this goes to... Let's have a look. See if I can remember. I think it just goes over... No, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm not going down there. Not when it's this slippery, to be honest. But it doesn't look slippery, but I do not want to chance it. It's a long way down. I mean, look at that. I don't know if that's showing up on the video, but you can see the pillars. Yeah, there's the roof. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. Some of the old railway. I don't know what it's doing up there, but dynamite holes. Yeah, I do not want to go too far down there. That is a no, not on my own. Right. Get back to the main path now, see if there's anything more. But again, all this is like, what, 15 minutes drive from my house. It's unbelievable that it's like an adventure playground of adventure and ancient history. Right, just get through here again. This is the bottom end again. I think if you go down there, I think there might be another large one down here. Right, do not use this video as a guide. I started going down the main roadway, then I came back up, I explored a few side galleries, then I came back down. I've done it in a bit of a funny order, so this is just for entertainment and educational, historical values only. Right, we're just to the other side. There's that wire, we're at the bottom of that. Look at the huge slabs all laid out there by the quarrymen. Like dry stone walling. I mean, look at that. Yeah, this is another quite big one. This is the bottom of where I said I'm not going down because it looked big and rocky. Yeah, there's been some rock falls here. I mean, look at that. I'm not going. This is the bottom of where I said I'm not going down before. I think that does lead round over to, I think that does lead up around down there, and I think it comes out there. But again, there's all these rocks here, which weather conditions like this weekend might be very slippy indeed. So yeah, I'm not going up there. I'll stop here. Well, then again, I might have a quick look at that actually. That's all right, I'll have a quick look at it. Doesn't go far anyway, but it's just another gallery or cavern. There we go. I really hope this is showing up on the video, just to show how big this place is. I mean, look at that. Back to where I said I wasn't going to go, but I'm trying it anyway. There's a bit of a path here, and I think this goes off into that secondary cavern. That secondary cavern does flood. So, yeah, there's a path here. If I follow this round, this secondary cavern does flood. So, again, keep your eye out. Water down here is very difficult to spot. You can only really see it when it's moving. So if I follow this around here, hang on, this Here we go, this is interesting. I don't remember that there from last time. Might not go anywhere. Here we are. Dynamite marks, look at that, it's been dynamited. Now I can hear water dripping here. So if you go down here, right, I'm being very careful here now, to be honest. I don't know if that's showing up on the video, but there's lots of water dripping. Like I say, it is dripping, it's not flowing, but this is the second cavern. Where that little tunnel goes in, it comes out underneath here. Right, there's a path down there, and it goes down there. Now this does flood, so just follow the path down. Carefully, might have to... No, it'll be alright, we're alright. We're alright, dude. Here we go. Now that water's getting louder. Now this is the other end. See, there's water there, it's not deep. That's alright to stand in that. This is the other end of that little tunnel, which I pointed out later, or earlier, I mean, sorry. It is flooded, but I do not want to go down there when I don't know what's down it. A fair bit of water down here now. So, there's an underground spring seeping through here. It does drain away. Look, it's here, look at this, all this water here. Goes up here. All the flowstone, the lime, look at that. Like what stalactites and stalagmites are made of. See, it built up over the rocks. Look at that. Mud. Look at that. Flowstone. Texture of wax. Look at the water dripping down it like stalactites. Look at that. See the water dripping down that? I've never seen any actual stalactites and stalagmites, but look at that. That's covered in it. But it's like flowed down the side of the cavern instead of forming stalactites and stalagmites. But I'll just go up to the end here. Believe it or not, it is not slippy. It's got a very, very good grip. Look at that. We'll just go up to here. Not going any further than here. Bit of a pool there. And that is where an underground stream breaks through. See it all flowing down here now. There's no stalactites or stalagmites. It's all flowing down the side. But that, folks, is it. This is the end. This is the end of the tour, the end of the caves. Make my way back now, carefully. Make my way back. I'll just go straight to that main road, up. Hang on, fix my glasses. Go straight down, go straight up to that roadway going up. Straight out. And go and find that abandoned farmhouse. Right. Like I say, do as I say and don't do as I do. Don't come down here on your own unless you're very familiar with it. I mean, I've been down here with mates. I've been down here, must have been about 10 times now. So I do know the way out. It's imprinted in my memory. So and I know not to go down there. So I'll go up, follow the path, make the way back up here. But I've researched this place online, and it's only showing up on the urban exploration and caving forums. There's no history about this place online at all, which is a shame. This place must have some amazing history. I mean, if anybody wants to try the history, I guess there's local history archives at Wigan Museum, or maybe a library in Wigan. Just have a look down here, because there's must be. This place must have some some history. I'm not going down there. No way. I'll put my torch down, see how far it goes. But no, I don't want to go down there. Too tight. Too old for this shit. You're never too old. But as I say, yeah, the history of this place, it's unknown. But my first bet would be Wigan Museum, local history archives at the library or something. But it must be fascinating. I mean, the entrance is completely hidden, and you can see why. There's underground ponds down here. There's water, there's cliffs that people could fall off. So to stop local kids and people who are a lot more adventurous but a lot lacking in common sense, you don't want people coming down here and killing themselves. You know, you need to respect adventure. You need to know when to turn back. You need to know when to stop and say, this is too much for me. But like I say, today I know this place throughout. Well, not throughout, like, but I know enough to get me in and out safely. Right, just make the way back to the path now. I'm not too sure how they're labelled. I don't know if these are cave explorers that have numbered this, or the miners, but that says number 2 opposite. So they must number it as a different way to what I did when I was coming in. That looks, it looks pretty, it looks pretty corroded. It might be the miners that have done that. I've no idea, but this place has been open since good Lord knows when. So back at the main path, back to the main. In mining terms, I think it's called a roadway, a road, because it's the main road in and out. Somehow just painted, but just see if we can do this in one shot. Just go right up to the top and out. It is really quite cold down here. It's a deep cave, so the temperature is constant. When it's warm outside, it's nice and cool down here. And if it's cold outside, you come down here, it'll be nice and warm. Here we are. Just head towards that light there, and you're laughing. What's this? Oh, should you look at that? Axles from the mine carts. Look at that, I didn't see them before. Probably stepped right over them, but they're right next to that troll, that spade thing. Oh. Right, up and out. Metal girders holding the roof up. Well, that fossil down here, that's quite an impressive bit of seashore. That I've got a smaller bit of that, something similar to that, but that is really quite impressive. I did find another fossil close to the quarry, a big lepidodendron stem, plant stem, which is like a big prehistoric club moss. So that's ripple, that is water on a prehistoric seashore, forming ripples. You know, that's the type of stuff you get in a museum, you know. There's the way out. Watch your foot in here, it's quite rocky. I mean, the landowner's probably trying to keep people out, like, but with this on your doorstep, it's, you know, I'll be down there myself, look at it. And this is the way out. As I say, like, the entrance to the caves are very hidden, so if you are familiar with the area, you do know where the entrance is. All people ask is, if you find it covered with something hidden, at least when you leave the place, hide it again, because we don't want kids going down there. Abandoned farmhouse, totally reclaimed by nature. See, there's a gate post there, there's a path round here. Look at this. I think the other bit's round here, another gate post. Here we are, look at this. Again, I've no idea of the history of this place, I'll have to look it up online. Outdoor toilet. Look at that. Wooden window, stone window frames. That big stone window frame there. I think there's remains of what probably was a duck pond or something down there. Wall and a bit of a pond there. But it's just hidden in the woods. But hundreds of years ago, before people had indoor toilets, they had outdoor toilets. Which must be that. I'm guessing that's still used by people walking through, so it must pong a bit. But there we go, toilet block. Oh, I don't know if that farmhouse is anything to do with the old quarry and cave workings, I don't know. Or if it is just a separate standalone farmhouse, but there's, through these woods there's all that evidence of ancient quarrying. Look at that, that's an old quarry down there, another one down there. But those caves, they were going underneath these hills, this hillside, this field over here. It's beautiful with the bluebells, look at that, I mean it's just, I mean look at this down here with the bluebells. These woods, there's all sorts of old quarry workings going on. No idea how old they are at all. I mean, that's an old quarry down there, look at that. Right, so we've done the quarries, we've done the caves, we've done the abandoned farmhouse. So, maybe way back to the car. And right on cue, my battery's about to die, so this final shot of the bluebells round here. Walking up this path home. I'm walking back to the car park, wrap this up. So, see the latter cocker.